Hello world, it's favorites and fails and bears, oh my time, November edition. Hey everybody, Shelly here, and today I've got my November favorites and fails, and as per usual, it's mostly favorites. I have one fail. I also have one first impression, so I'll throw that in there just because I thought, I have an impression and you might enjoy hearing it. So let's get started with this thing. I have a variety of things today. First off, let's start with my fingernails. So here is what I'm wearing today. This is from Essie. Now, the color is Merino Cool number 696, and it's a sort of mauve-y, dusty purple sort of a color. Now, this color I am in love with. In love with. I don't typically wear my nail color more than once at a time. So like I'll put it on, when it wears off, I will take it off and I will be sick of the color by that point and I'll put a different color on. I have put this color on 3 times in a row. That is unheard of in my world. Now, here's the thing. The first 2 times I tried it, within the first 24 hours, it was chipping on me, no matter what top coat I was using. And that really bummed me out. But then I was at the drugstore and I saw this gel setter, also from Essie, and the instructions say that it's a top coat that you can use on any of their polishes to give it gel-like shine and wear. So I picked that up and I tried it for the 3rd time. And I do have to say, it's working so far. I don't have any significant chips yet. I did get a little bit of a chip on one of my nails. So in terms of the wear of this Essie nail polish, this is not the same one that some of the beauty bloggers have been showing on YouTube lately. That has like a angular sort of a twisty curvy bottle. This looks like it's just their regular nail lacquer formula, but the color is just, I can't even get over it. So I'm sort of like, even if this starts chipping more, I'm going to tolerate it because I absolutely love this color. With the gel setter, though, it is performing significantly better than it did with just the nail polish. So that's kind of like a sentimental favorite. It has its flaws, but I love it anyway kind of a thing. Next up, I've got, you guys, if you saw last month's favorites and fails, you saw that I've been in love with the Kat Von D Lock-It Edge foundation and concealer brushes. So when Sephora did their VIB Rouge sale, I picked up another brush from Kat Von D. This is number 20, it looks like, and it is the setting powder brush. And oh my gosh, you guys, I can't eat. I just want to pet myself with it. It's so lovely. It's lovely. It is so soft. Of course, they're cruelty-free because they're Kat Von D. It is just a nice size. You can set your under eye. You can set your whole face. Oh, dear goodness gracious. Love it. Love it. Next up, this is nothing new, and you guys are going to be like, yeah, duh. I am in love with the MAC paint pot. Now, all I ever see on YouTube is everybody using soft ochre. I'm cool toned, so I use it in the shade Painterly instead of soft ochre. But let me tell you, so I bought this actually back in April. I have a video from my trip to Las Vegas, and we had stopped at the MAC store and a NARS store and Sephora, and I had picked up, it was the only time I've ever been in a MAC store, and I picked up this paint pot. And I used it once or twice and then stuck it in a drawer and really didn't think much about it. And the other day, it's been about 2 weeks now, I dug it back out and holy cow, it's kind of amazing. So part of the problem I have is that as winter comes in and my skin gets more and more dry, I have dry skin year round, but in the winter it's horrific. Winter's not even here yet, but I have started getting dry, flaky skin, and I get flaking on my eyelids even. And my eyeshadow primer has been clinging to my dry patches on my eyes, and it makes my eyes look cakey, and it's just weird. So I started using this. This does not cake up on my dry patches, and I noticed another benefit, and that is it disguises. So also as winter comes and I start to lose what tiny little bit of color I had from summertime, my eyelids are transparent. They're basically transparent. They're not even pale. They're just transparent. Like, you can see every blood vessel and vein in my eyeballs. And it very nicely camouflages all of that and gives me a base. I can even take this into my inner crevice of my eye where my dark circles go all the way up, and it really, really, really helps. So I'm absolutely in love with this paint pot, and it is really my new favorite thing. Of all of these favorites, it is my number one new favorite thing, hands down. While we're talking about eyes, I'm gonna throw this in there. So this, of course, is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, and it hasn't gotten super awesome reviews online, but I can't really agree. I like it. I think the quality is just as good as other Urban Decay shadows. There's a dud or two in this palette, but it's a really fun palette. I'm enjoying it. So I used this palette today on my eyes. I will give you a little zoom in. You can see what I've got going on because it's mighty colorful. So for this look, I used Seize and Gossip and Hatter and Sketch and Delirious, and in the center is Mean. And I just really enjoyed. I'm liking this palette. I like it. That's all I have to say. I like Urban Decay palettes. Maybe I'm having a little bit of brand loyalty here, but I'm enjoying the palette. So I'm enjoying it. Good times. Good times. Good times. Next up, this is not a new product either, but it is a product I've had sitting around for a while, and I thought about getting rid of it, and then I decided to start trying using it, and I like it. And it is the Too Faced. This is their Luminous bronzer in shade Snow Bunny. So it is a multicolored bronzer here, and I've been not liking how blush has been looking on me. I've never been a huge blush fan anyway. I used to never wear blush, and the past year or so I've kind of been feeling like without it I look a little bit dead. But bronzer, typically I never have a tan, so bronzer just doesn't really look natural on me in general. But this isn't exactly bronzer, and what I've been doing is sort of using it as blush, and I did that today, and I'm liking. I also have highlight on. This is the last season limited edition Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. It's the same formula as that gold bar that nobody can seem to find anywhere. I've been stalking it and can't find it myself, but so I've been using this as a sort of blush, and I like it. It's not really blush, but it just gives me enough color that I don't look dead, and doesn't feel oddly, weirdly pink. And so there you have it. I'm enjoying that. Next up, this one has been talked about. Who mentioned this? I think it was on Thetela's channel, and it is the Physicians Formula Youthful Wear Translucent Setting Powder. And there are actually two of these. So one of them is just an illuminating powder, and the other is called Youthful Wear Spotless. And the Spotless one is supposed to help with age spots and sunspots and hyperpigmentation. Now, these packages always make massive, ridiculous claims. These Youthful Wear line products are supposed to be make you look 10 years younger, blah, blah, blah. I'm using the Illuminating one, which does indeed have some sparkle to it. Let me see if I can swatch it a little bit. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because it's a translucent powder, but it does have some sparkle. Let's see if it'll, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got some sparkle. These also come with a mirror in the compact and a cute little brush, which I never use, but I guess it's good if you carry it in your purse. I'm wearing the Illuminating one today all over my face to set my foundation. These are described on the packaging as setting powder, finishing powder to set your foundation. They claim it will extend the wear of your foundation. They claim that it'll make you look 10 years younger and it'll smooth out the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and pores, and I do like it so far. I've been using it every day between the two of these every day for a little over a week now, and I'm liking them. I think they look nice. I think they're very inexpensive. I think they were $13 a piece at full price. And, you know, Physicians Formula at the drugstore, you can always get sales and discounts and buy one, get ones and all that good stuff. So this is a thumbs up for me. I'm enjoying them both. I cannot speak to whether or not the Spotless one is doing anything to improve my sunspots. But since my sunspots are such a sore spot for me, I'm going to continue to wear it because every little bit is potentially helpful, and I like the idea of anything that'll make them go away. So that so far is a win. Another thing on my favorites, I might have mentioned this one many moons ago. This is the only Makeup Academy product that I like. This is their Brush Cleansing Balm, and maybe it's because it's the only brush cleansing balm I've ever tried. Maybe if I tried other ones, I would like them too. But I do prefer a balm over a cleansing gel. I've used them both. I have the Real Techniques cleansing gel. I've had the Beauty Blender cleansing gel. I really like the balm style of cleansing my brushes. I think it's faster. I have a Real Techniques, one of those scrubby things, and I fill it with water, and then I dip my brush under the faucet, run it in the balm, scrubby on the scrubby thing, and then rinse it under the faucet again, and then wipe it off on a towel, set it aside, and hang them up to dry. It's really fast. I do not despise cleaning my brushes at all. Like, it's not even a big deal because it's really fast and easy, and I like this stuff. I don't like their eyeshadows, I don't like their lip liners, I don't like their brushes, but I do like this cleansing balm. So, there's that. Next favorite, this one was on Tati's channel recently, and this is the Pantene Pro V Dry Shampoo. Now, you may recall that I've canceled my Ipsy and Birchbox because I got 4,572 dry shampoo samples. Now, I am exaggerating clearly, but I had my preferences set that I wanted makeup, and when I hit 14 dry shampoo samples, I just gave up. I can't get through them all. And the thing is, it's a variety of brands, and most of them are high-end brands, and I don't like them. Most of them smell way too strong for me. The scent is just overpowering, and a couple of them actually leave really white residue, and I could not get it to brush out. Tati did a few weeks ago, month or so ago, a bunch of reasonably priced dry shampoos, and this was one of her favorites, and I have to say I really like it. The smell is not overpowering. It's got a scent to it, they all seem to, but it dissipates and it doesn't bother me. The instructions say that if you do get a white cast to your hair, just brush it through and it'll go away, and it does, and I really like it. They claim that it's natural tapioca, absorbs oil, and instantly refreshes without washing. Thumbs up. It's working for me. I've got really dark roots, and that's usually where I spray this. I am liking it. My last product favorite is this Neutrogena Pore Refining Cleanser. So it's an exfoliating cleanser. The reason I purchased this is I had a sample from Dr. Brandt. It was the Pore Dermabrasion Exfoliating Cleanser that is touted to shrink your pores. It smells really nice. I loved my sample. I was so sad when it ran out because it is, I think I looked at it today, it was $58. I was thinking it was $68, but I think it's $58. It's hugely expensive. And so even though I was in love with my sample, when I went to purchase it and saw the price tag, I just choked a little, threw up in my mouth, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I was at the drugstore later that day, and I was like, I need another buy one, get one from Neutrogena. I had a coupon, and this sounded like it would be similar. Now, the Dr. Brandt had started shrinking my pores on my cheeks, which is where they're the biggest, and I was so excited. I figured it would be a good test that if this did not work as well, my pores would start coming back. And I'm happy to report my pores are still looking pretty good. I don't know if they've improved anymore since the Dr. Brandt, but they haven't gotten any worse. So until I can bring myself to spend that kind of money on the Dr. Brandt, I really hope Ulta has a 20% off sale. This video is going to post probably a week and a half from now, so maybe they will announce it by then. It's usually around the same time as the Sephora VIB thing, but I haven't seen anything about it. Maybe I'll get it then, but until then, I'm going to keep on using this. This smells really nice. It's exfoliating. It doesn't dry my skin out, which things that are made for, typically for people with oily skin, tend to destroy my face, and this does not. It also says it's got alpha and beta hydroxy formula with gentle exfoliators. I like it. It's working well so far. The last thing on my list is actually a first impression. So at the drugstore, I saw these Ardell press-on lashes. Now, the idea of not having to deal with glue. So here's what it says. It says, new patented applicator and lash in one. Now, will you be able to see? So it's got this little applicator thing, and let me show you one. And the lashes come on the applicator, and you do not have to put any glue, or you don't remove anything. You just pull this off of the little plastic thingamajig that it comes in. So it comes on this, and you just pull the lashes off, and then press them to your eyes and pull it away, and done. It seemed a little too good to be true. I will say that the downside of something like this is that it's hard to measure to see if you need to trim them. These are a little too long for me, but on the upside, this was really easy to do. There was no messing with glue. There was no like sitting here blowing on it and then feeling bad for blowing on it because you're afraid you're putting germs into the glue and then sticking it on your eye. You didn't have to wait and wonder if it was tacky enough yet. You didn't put it on your eye and then have it slide around because you didn't wait long enough. It was really easy to put these on, and there was no waiting. The glue was immediately sticky. It immediately stuck, however you would say. Yeah. They stuck immediately, which on the downside, if you kind of mess it up, it's a little hard. I put one on, it was a little crooked. I had to peel it back off because placing this the first time is a little awkward. But I will say, I got them onto my eyeballs on the first try. It was really simple. I really think that this would be a great thing to try if you have never worn false lashes before. I don't think these are going to be reusable, so that is a bummer because I usually get 5 or 6 wears out of each pair of my Demi Wispies. So if they are single use only, that's kind of a bummer because I think they were like $5, and that would be not so great. I do wish these came in the Demi Wispies. This pair is just Wispies, and I prefer the Demi Wispies that kind of are shorter in the inner corner of the eye and longer to the outside. But first impression, really like this, and I really think it's fast, easy. There's a cat on the table. Would be a good thing to try if you've never tried false lashes before and you want to attempt it. I'm impressed with my initial first impression. So there you have it. November in a nutshell. The things that I have been loving. Oh, I forgot my fail. This one is such a bummer to me. So I had ordered this online. I saw it months ago on somebody's video, and it is the Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lipstick, and the shade is Nude Edition. And it was touted as just this perfect nude. And let me swatch it here. And it does look really nice. Here's the bummer. I'm apparently too pale for this. It makes me look kind of dead. But that's not even the problem, because actually I like lipsticks that look a little bit unusual a lot of the time. What the problem is for me is this texture. It's always like grabbing in the center of your mouth and like clinging and making like goopy mess. It never really dries down, and it's a cream, so it's not supposed to dry down, but it never gets to the point where it stays in place on your lips. I don't expect it to survive, drinking and transfer and that kind of thing. That's fine. I expect that from a cream. But it never stays put, and it always kind of slides to the center, and you get butthole mouth, and it's not cute. It's not cute at all, and it's a really light shade. A little too light for me, but I would probably still be okay with it if it was a texture I could wear. So this really bummed me out, and I lost my receipt, and so I can't return it, and there it is. It's just going to sit here and irritate me for the rest of time. So that's my bummer. That's the one fail I've got. Everything else was really a win. I've had a good month. I've been trying some things. I've been liking some things. I like to like things, so it's been a good month on this end. I hope you guys have had an awesome month yourselves. Let me know what you've been trying out this month and enjoying. Leave some comments down below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourselves an awesome rest of your day or evening wherever you are. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.